Good afternoon, my beautiful sisters. I pray that your day went well. Today is Friday. We made it through the day. And those that got to go to work tomorrow, don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow got his own worries. Amen. Let us rejoice in today. Let's just be happy that we made it through the day today. And for those that's going to work, I pray that your day is awesome and amazing and divinely inspired. I came to you this afternoon. I wanted to talk about something. There's two things I did want to talk about. First, I want to let you know that your life is a journey. You were planted here. You were planted as a seed with a purpose. And so your purpose will come to pass in your life, but we're on a journey. Just because it hasn't happened 2 years ago, 3 years ago, things that you wanted to manifest and bring into your life does not mean that it will not happen. I'm here to tell you that you're on a journey, and we are going to find out what stage of the journey are you on. You know, there's a gentleman named Joseph Campbell, and he made a template, and it's called The Hero's Journey. And when you see Star Wars, you look at Cinderella, you look at anything with a quest, it's built on the template that Joseph Campbell made called A Hero's Journey. And the hero journey, I believe, is 12 steps. And you will go through it in the course of me doing videos, because then we can recognize what step we're on, what tool we need to utilize that we can get through that step on to the next. It's just like playing a video game. You know, you clear one board, then you get able to go to the next board. And when you go to the next board, you have everything that you learned and skills from that first board before you get to the next one, okay? So this is what it's all about, us learning, connecting together, getting tools to elevate ourselves to the next level. Because as I said this morning, our job is to reach our higher consciousness, amen? Our job is to be who we were called to be on this earth. Everybody has a purpose. Nothing under the sun was not given a purpose. Let me rephrase that. Everything under the sun was given a purpose. The trees was given a purpose. The flowers was given a purpose. The birds was given a purpose. You were given a purpose, but sometimes we go through things in life. It makes us not believe that we have a purpose. It confuses us. Do we have a purpose? And sometimes it hides our purpose from us, because sometimes we go through traumatic experiences, and the residue from that experience, we can get through the experience, but it's the residue that sticks on our mind that makes us believe that we're not going to make it, and that we can't make it, and there's no way that there's a purpose that can happen in my life. But that's a lie, because the residue of the trauma deceives us into not believing who we are because of the severity of the trauma. I'm here to tell you, you are built to have resilience. You are built to overcome. You are built to be bigger than that thing that you have been facing. Now, when I say built, maybe I should say it differently. You were created. Amen. You were created to be bigger than that trauma. You were created to be stronger than that trauma. You were created to be more than that trauma. But life happens, right? And sometimes, as I said previously, the residue will make us feel stuck. The residue will make us feel unworthy. The residue will make us feel sick. And so our job as sisters is to come together to help each other heal, so that we can raise good kingdoms. Amen. Queendoms. Let me say queendoms. Amen. So we can raise good queendoms. Our children will be blessed because of us. Our lands are blessed because of us, because we took the time out to heal. Okay, so there's nobody, and I just want to put this out here too, there's nobody out here that has not been through something. If someone tells you, girl, I ain't never been through nothing, honey, know that they are not telling you the truth. We all going to face trials and tribulations at some point in our time. Our job is to overcome that. We are not going to be able to overcome it if we are not given the tools. And that's something that I had to learn, because I've been through a lot. Listen. My 55 years, I've been through a lot, but I had to find my tools, can I say, on my own, because I did not have a support system. But now I understand why, because now the lessons that I learned are solidified within me, and I can pass them on to others. I can share those tools with others because I live that thing. I found the tools digging, in my life, healing from some things, and I've gained some wisdom and knowledge that I'm going to share. And like I said this morning in my video, I just a firm believer that I was not allowed, listen to me, to go through what I went through to just internalize those lessons. I'm to share them with my sisters. And so this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. This is why I am who I am. I don't want to see none of my sisters suffer out here. Not when I have knowledge and wisdom how to maneuver through that thing. I'm going to share that thing with you, baby. So I want you to know first that your life, you are on a journey. Your journey is to reach your higher consciousness. Your higher consciousness says this: I am not of this world. I'm in this world, but I'm not of this world. I can create, I can manifest, I am bigger than the circumstances that I encounter on a day-to-day basis. They can't tear me down. They can't break me down. It was a couple of years back, and the Most High God was ministering to me. And I remember him saying to me, the Most High God saying to me in my spirit, how can you be broken? I cannot be broken. And if you are a part of me, if I created you and who I am is inside of you, how can you be broken? So again, we have to be mindful of our words, right? Because we know that in the Holy Text, the Bible, right, and many other books that I have read, the power of the word, the power of the words that come out of your mouth can either make you or break you, speak life, or they can bring death in your life. We need to understand that that's not just a saying, that is true. It has been scientifically proven that that is true. So I'm going to go on my second point that I want to touch bases with you on it, and it's about having righteous thoughts, speech, and actions. Your thoughts, your speech, and your actions should all be aligned up to what is that you desire in your life. It should be all aligned up with divine love, meaning that you're going to speak in divine love, you're thinking in divine love, and you're moving in divine love, okay? So you meet someone and we have our situations where people rub us the wrong way. We still must be that light. We still must speak love and light over the situation and over them. Now listen to me. It doesn't mean stand toe to toe with them and go back and forth. That's not what you do. You speak love over that situation. You say, I see that you're upset, and I'm just gonna walk away, and I'm gonna pray that all things work out for your good. Do you see what I did? Because we're not going back to back. We're divine beings. We are divine beings, and we need to speak that way. In order for things to manifest in our life, in order for us to get the things that we desire, we have to learn how to have righteous thoughts, speech, and actions. Now, I'm not saying that you're supposed to be holier than thou. Right thought, right speech, right action, meaning that you're not doing no get back to nobody. You're not pinching nobody. You're not getting up in the morning maliciously thinking how you're going to hurt someone. You're getting up in the morning, or you're going along your day saying, I know that I am divine love, and I know that I'm walking in divine love. So my mouth and the words that I speak will be divine love. And I remember when I was young, my mother would say, and I would always get upset when she would say this. Now, as I've gotten older, I understand it. She would say, don't say nothing if you can't say nothing nice. That makes sense to me now. If I don't have nothing nice to say to someone, then I should be quiet, because my mouth can either bring life or death. My words can either bring life or death. And think about this. When you're angry, first thing we go to is explicit, right? First thing we go to is Asher and Sheba, blah, blah, blah. We have to step back, breathe, and see if this is a situation we should access. It's a situation that we should deal with. Is this a situation we can either let go and walk away, or do we need to talk about it? I didn't say argue about it. Do we need to talk about it? We are divine beings created in divine love, and we are to walk in that way. Now listen, I know that circumstances come up and we go straight to the flesh, right? We go straight to the humanist part of us. But it is a practice to be divine love, because we have been taught, we have been molded to believe, with society and things that's going on in society, it's okay to scream, holler, yell at someone when they don't do what we think they should be doing accordingly. meaning that you're driving your car. And when you're driving your car, someone crosses in front of you, and before you go and say, blah, 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 and listen, Ms. Davis, try not to cuss. Pull back and say, wherever they're going, I pray they get there safely. It's a practice to this. And the reason why I'm saying it's a practice, because it's a practice for me. Every day I get up wanting to do things righteously, asking that the divine creator please bless me that I be able to have righteous thought, speech, and actions, because I am in this world, but not of this world, right? So I still have human experiences, and I understand sometimes my experiences don't be favorable for me. They're not always going to be favorable, but allow me to be righteous in my actions, even in the unfavorable, especially in the unfavorable moments. So understand that we are on a journey. Understand that too, there's nothing new under the sun. What I'm understanding and seeing now is that as I've gotten more mature in my life and on my journey, sometimes you'll see cycles repeat themselves, because I believe, this is my belief, that the Most High wants to see if you have learned a lesson, right? I'm just going to give you an instance. I had an opportunity to move into something else, into a better house. And first I thought that this is it. This is my thing. This is going to happen for me. This is going to be great. Then my mind went back to a circumstance years ago, same situation. And when I moved in that house and took the opportunity and thought I was doing the best thing, it destroyed basically everything I had my hand on. So the situation arises again. Did I learn from the past lesson? Yes, I did. I didn't go anywhere. I'm going to sit still, right? Sometimes things will arise to see if we got the lesson. Once you get through that and you don't follow through the same way you did, you don't act the same way you did, you don't think the same way you did as a previous circumstance, you begin to elevate, because now you got the lesson. And that's the way it works. So sometimes you'll see cycles repeat themselves in your life because there's a lesson there for you. Are you learning the lesson? Because let me tell you, that cycle will continue to repeat itself in your life until you get the lesson. Once you get the lesson, you can feel it. You'll feel a sense of freedom. You'll feel a sense of lightness about you, because you know you worked it out. You passed that test. Now you can move on. Just as if we were going from kindergarten to first grade to second grade, you're always going to be tested. Did you learn this lesson? Because again, your job is to reach your higher consciousness. And it's a journey. It's not just going to wait. You're not just going to wake up and say, I reached my higher consciousness. I have not gotten there yet. I'm on my journey now. When I wasn't on my journey, it was a lot of confusion and chaos going on in my life. But now that I'm on the journey, I can see cycles repeating themselves, and I'm passing the test. Now, I'm not here to brag, because let me tell you, there were some dark nights in this house. I had some dark nights where I was crying just at myself. I did the ugly cry down the wall. And there's times that you're going to have to do that, because the ego needs to be burnt off. The I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I got this, I can handle this. That has to be burnt off of you. Burnt off meaning that you have to get through that. That's a part of us that we have grasped onto because of our humanness, right? And then it brought me back to a movie, Little Shop of Horrors, right? And so if anybody see that movie, you remember the Venus flytrap, right? And he would say, feed me, Seymour. Well, that's our ego. It wants to be fed. It wants to be important. It wants to be the head. It wants to be the leader. It wants to have all of these material things. That's what the ego wants. But when you begin to let go of the ego, you begin to realize all those things that you thought you needed, that the ego needed, they don't matter. What matters is what resides within here. There's your riches. Your riches come from your heart. Okay? And so I just wanted to touch bases on that with you, and I'll pop back on here hopefully tomorrow to again, talk more about our journey, talk more about the dark soul of the night, talk more of how we can get through our trials and tribulations and still have righteous thoughts, speech, and actions. Because at the end of the day, that's what's really going to matter. Okay, I love you, and I hope that this message has been received. I am Miss Sarah. I am here to journey with you. I am a board-certified mental health coach and prolific speaker. So I am here to teach, to minister, to lead, and to inspire you to reach your higher consciousness. Remember, one day at a time, that is all required of us. I love you. Beloved, have a wonderful day. Be blessed.